So here I am with yet another video response to Majority, and this is about games that are in my backlog. And yes, I'm going to talk about games that are in my backlog because I can't just narrow it down to one game. There's so many. Now I actually have a list right in front of me of games that are in my backlog, and they don't include every single game in my backlog because that would be crazy. But I can talk about all of these games and explain why I haven't yet got to them. So, first of all, the first game on my backlog is the game that I've been playing quite recently, is Trials of Mana, which, well, I'm kind of just making my way through that, though I have been delayed, mainly because I have to do this video, but also because I wanted to put it down for a bit, just to save it for a time where I just wanted to kind of like play something that's chill, because as of right now I just want to make sure I can get other things finished. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I will definitely be going back to it though, so yeah, but I'm trying to get through other games at the same time, so yeah, it's a constant back and forth. But yeah, Trials of Mana is the first game that's mentioned. Muramasa the Demon Blade is the next game on my backlog, and this one's been in my collection for quite a while. Now, I could have done a video exclusively on this, but I'm nearly done with it. I just need to do the last couple of chapters with Momohime, and then I should be done. So, yeah. Next, we have Kudelka, which I only just started, so I can't really say that I'm going to get it finished anytime soon, but I will be working on getting through it. The next one is Midnight Club 2. Now, the reason why I haven't gotten through this game is mainly because it's very hard and very frustrating. The next one below it is Need for Speed Underground, which might surprise a few people because I haven't actually finished the original Need for Speed Underground, and I've actually wanted to finish it. Now, I finished Underground 2, but the first game is still yet to be done. Now, the reason why I haven't finished this is because it's long. It's a very long game, and yeah, like, it's not the best Need for Speed game. It hasn't aged as well as, say, Carbon or Underground 2. I mean, it's still decent, but one thing I will say is that it can be a little bit frustrating at times. Not as frustrating as Midnight Club 2, but it can still be kind of frustrating at times. But it's still there to be done. Next on the list is a game that I got from a trade-in, which is Split Second Velocity. I've barely even touched that game, to be honest. I played a bit of it and then just put it down and just haven't gone back because I haven't had time to play it. Test Drive Unlimited. This game, I dropped it mainly because I accidentally wiped all of my data. And it's so easy to do because if you accidentally start a new game, the game will ask you, do you want to save? And yeah, I accidentally clicked yes, and it overwrote my entire data, which is kind of stupid if you ask me, but yeah, that's the reason why I stopped playing that. I do want to go back to it one day, but not anytime soon. And now we get to other games that I may finish or I may not. And these are kind of like the optional games. And the first one on the list is Jack 3. Now, I was really thinking about dropping this game because, quite frankly, I haven't had an ounce of fun with this game at all. I really haven't. I mean, maybe I should give it a fair chance, maybe I should go back to it, but honestly, I haven't been enjoying my time with it. It's been kind of boring and frustrating at the same time, to be honest. The next one is Gothic 3. Now, Gothic 3 I have played for a long time, seemingly, and it just never seems to end. Granted, I haven't been working my way through just the main story. I've been trying to do all the side content, and that's probably the reason why it's taken so long. That game is huge. It really is. but at the same time, the combat system in that game is really stupid and kind of annoying, so that's another reason why I haven't finished it. Plus, some of the quests that I'm on are kind of confusing when it comes to figuring out where I'm supposed to go, so yeah, that's why I haven't gone back to it. Then there's Gothic 4, which, well, the reason why I haven't gone back to Gothic 4 is because I was waiting to finish Gothic 3 first. But yeah, there's that to do as well. I actually like Gothic 4 a lot, and yeah, I really do want to finish it. It's actually one of my favourite Western RPGs, believe it or not. A lot of people hate the game. I don't. I think it's actually pretty damn good. Gitaru Man. Now, I was actually going to do a video solely on this game originally as well. Like, this was originally going to be one of my picks if I was going to pick one, but I decided not to because, well, I can't really say I've gone far in this game, and at the same time, I don't ever think I'll finish it. The game's just too hard. I just can't beat it. It's just impossible for me. You need to have, like, really good reflexes to beat that game. If you don't have good reflexes, you can forget it. Now, Midnight Club 1, well, that game's not aged very well at all. Like, even trying to get a race started is hard because you have to, like, drive to the other racer, and they're driving faster than you as you're driving to the racer, so you can't catch up to them to actually challenge them to a race. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Project Sylphide, I haven't played that game in a long time. I forget when I dropped it. I mean, that game can get really hard. I've even played it on easy, and it's still hard. I just suck at it. I don't know why, but I just do. I think it's just kind of like the objectives and all that. It's very similar to Free Space, if that's, like, kind of like an indicator as to what it's like. But it's kind of like, a bit like Dynasty Warriors, in the sense that, you know, there's a lot of shit going on, and you have to do an objective, and if, like, the objectives, you know, if you fail the objective, you have to restart all over again. Yeah, but it's very much like Free Space in that sense. Though Free Space has optional objectives where, you know, you can do certain things and you can screw them up, but if you do them, then you'll get medals and stuff. This game, well, you kind of have to do, like, the objective, or you have to restart, and that's one of the reasons why it just got a bit too much. And speaking of which, Sophie the Lost Planet is next. I haven't finished that because I suck at shoot 'em ups. It really is that simple. I've played it and I kind of like it. It's a pretty good shoot 'em up, but it's hard later on. Like, there's a boss that I got to and I just couldn't beat it. And I also played that on emulator, and I used save states after every single level because the game on PS2, it's kind of like one of those old blue disc games, and yeah, my PS2 wasn't liking that. Also, you can't save on PS2 at all, so yeah. And since I suck at shoot 'em ups, yeah, I don't think I'll finish that either. And next we have Hitman 2, which I got with my Xbox, which I started a bit of it, but I'm probably going to restart it, maybe on Xbox 360 if it works on it. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to get around to it just yet, so yeah. Then we have Project Gotham Racing 2, which also came with my Xbox, which I haven't even started that game yet. And yeah, guilty as charged. I mean, I got them all at once with my Xbox, so you can't really blame me. It was a deal that I couldn't refuse. I didn't even expect to be getting Project Gotham Racing 2, but I do want to play the game at some point, just not right now. And yeah, that's basically most of my backlog. I mean, there's countless games on my backlog. That's just a small portion of my backlog right there. I mean, there's more games on PC. I mean, not including Gothic 3. I mean, I played that on PC, yeah, but I actually own a physical copy of that. I'm talking about digital games. Like, these are mostly physical games. Although I don't have Trails of Mana physical, that's on PC as well. I just thought I'd mention that. But yeah, like, there's a lot of games on PC that I just haven't touched. So yeah, that's my backlog. So yeah, see you guys.